All right. Next up, we got another one for the doghouse, which also happens to be in the NFL. And I'm very familiar with this guy. Very familiar with this guy. Um, Former defensive line coach, now defensive coordinator. Now he's replaced three really good defensive coordinators from the last 2 seasons from this team, who was recently in the Super Bowl, who's been in the Super Bowl twice in the last 5 years. Um, you've shown really bad signs of a bad defense, even though you have had some injuries on defense. So I do kind of sort of give you a pass when it comes to that. But even with that, the scheme hasn't worked out. There's been a lot of communication issues, bad tackling, inconsistent against the run and the pass this year, lack of player development, and that is you, Nick Sorensen, the 49ers' new defensive coordinator this year. You have replaced three guys who I think, without a doubt, are better defensive coordinators than you are. You got Robert Saleh, you had D'Amico Ryans, and then you had a defensive coordinator last year whose name I can't remember for some reason right now. But you are a part of a team with the injuries. Don't get me wrong. You do have Kevin Gibbons out for the year. You have Javon Hargrave out for the year. Dre Greenlaw might be making his debut now, but he's been out for a majority of the year. Tyler Norfunga, who's only played in one game this year, he's been out. Charvarius Ward has missed 3 games this year, one due to injury, 2 due to the loss of the death of his daughter. So again, Charvarius Ward, Mooney, definitely prayers to you and your family. Steve Wilks, that's what it was. Steve Wilks. Steve Wilks is the defensive coordinator from last year. We were at least top 5 with him, and now we're bottom 25th. We're bottom 20th in the league now. Ridiculous. Nick Sorensen, I don't see why you should have a job next year. I really don't. Diamador Lenore, you have on your team. He's good. You know, Fred Warner is there. We had Alakadet. Bosa has missed some games this year as well. It's up in the air if he even plays on Sunday. So you got that going for him. I don't know. I don't know what's up with what you have to do to get this team together, but it's not working right now. It's not working right now. Like I said, poor production, lack of creativity, scheme breakdowns, absolutely terrible. Communication miscues, bad tackling, not good on third downs or in the red zone, and inconsistent against the run and the pass, and lack of player development. This is points per game we've given up in the fourth quarter from this year compared to last year. Last year, number 1 overall in the fourth quarter. We only allowed 3.7 points per game in the fourth quarter last year, which was the best defense in the league last year, statistically. Well, yeah, we were 1, the Ravens were 2nd, and the Browns were 3rd. This year, we're allowing almost 9 points per game in the fourth quarter, which is 27th in the league. That's 35.2 points per game over 4 quarters. $35. That's terrible. These other numbers don't really matter, but we're just the fourth quarter, it just drops every single quarter. Defensive EPA per play in the first quarter is 4. Rush defense is 3rd. And passing defense is 9th. So it's at least top 10. But when we get to the fourth quarter, it's 28th for defensive EPA, 23rd for run defense EPA, and 28th for pass defense EPA. So the fourth quarter is the worst. It's not like you don't have opportunities to be able to stop them in the first, second, and third quarter, because you have these opportunities, but it's not working for you in clutch time. The 3 games we've lost this year in our division alone, we've had fourth quarter leads with at least 2 minutes to go. All 3 games we've lost. And it's because of poor tackling, poor schemes. Coverage has been absolutely terrible. It's like whoever it is as a wide receiver, just run to the middle of the field or run to the out. Doesn't matter. Just run. And you're going to get open. Or run on defense because they're not going to be able to stop you. Steve Wilkes was getting a lot of heat last year and then ended up getting fired. And I feel like he was scapegoated. We had a top 5 defense with Steve Wilkes last year, and now all of a sudden we're not even top 10, not even top 15. Nick Sorensen does not need to be there next year. I understand he was an in-house hire, but he should, if he stays, he needs to go back to defensive line, and we need to go get Robert Saleh back. Because if you look at how the Packers defense been since he went back over there, other than last night, it's been a lot better. And if you look at the Jets defense when he left, it's been a lot worse. So all I'm saying is Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, he should not be there next year unless he's the defensive lines coach. Nick Sorensen, you're in the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse.